All right, Atlanta Startup Village. Thank you all for braving the rain and the weather tonight and the possible power outages. We're all good friends here. If it gets dark, we're all gonna be better friends. I am Allie Merritt. I'm your MC for the night. I'm gonna go through a little bit of housekeeping. If you haven't grabbed a beer, please grab it. First of all, this is, while a large space, it is somewhat cavernous and echoey. So if you have what you think are super quiet conversations in the back, they are not as quiet and as secret as you think. So please don't interrupt our presenters. Try and keep it for after. We would love to have you guys make some more connections, but we want to be respectful of everybody who's been working really hard to pitch. On that note, I actually have two presenters tonight who at 3 o'clock this afternoon filled in 2 gaps from people who had to drop out. So we are going to give them all of the support and welcome when they come up, because at the very last minute they were like, yes. Right. So props to them, and this is just so you know, you should keep an eye on our Twitter page for things like that if you want a last-minute pitch, because that's where it goes. All right, so tonight we are in this fantastic space, Atlanta Tech Village. They are our perpetual sponsor and supported by an amazing team. So I'm going to let you hear from Kellyanne, who can tell us more about ATV. Give her a round of applause, y'all.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Village. You are currently sitting in the 4th largest tech startup hub in the nation, so pat yourself on the back. That's awesome. You guys actually did it. That was good. So we're super excited to have you guys here tonight. I'm the director of programming here. I think I have the best job in the world because we help entrepreneurs' dreams come true. So if you have an idea, if you have proprietary technology, the Village should be your home. So if you have questions about what that could look like for you, come stop by the sound booth in the back after the event, and we'd be happy to chat. So thanks for coming.
Unfortunately, I don't have this memorized. Okay, so who here has a beer and is excited about the fact that you not only have beer, but you have good beer? Yes, all right. We have 2 amazing beer sponsors tonight who, in return for beer sponsoring, not only get to see your smiling faces as you come in, but they also get to purchase the beer for you and then talk to you for a hot second about what it is that they do. So first up tonight, we have Praxis. This is where you apply.
Hi guys, how is everyone tonight? Good, cool. Well, my name is Sheridan. I'm the placement manager at Praxis. And at Praxis, it is our goal to make entry-level talent more hireable and indispensable. And we do that by running a year-long career launch program and apprenticeship program. So we have a 6-month professional boot camp where we train people in entry-level sales, marketing, operations, and customer success, and then connect them with our network of startup companies to apprentice for 6 months. So in that 6-month apprenticeship, your commitment would just to be pay this apprentice $15 an hour or $2,500 a month, however you want to work that. You bring them into an entry-level role with a full-time workload, and the only time you ever pay Praxis is at the end of that 6-month apprenticeship. There's a one-time $1,500 placement fee if you like them and want to bring them on full-time. So check us out, discoverpraxis.com, and I'm happy to help out.
And because there are a lot of y'all, we have to pay for a lot of beer. And so we have a second beer sponsor, splitting it half and half. So one more warm round of applause for Insperity.
Okay. Thanks, guys. So I want to say thanks to Kellyanne and the Tech Village team. We're a new sponsor of the Village, and we're really excited to be here. So Insperity is a human resource company. We are out of Houston, Texas, and we're nationwide. And we focus on helping small businesses anywhere from startup to 500 employees really help you work on the business versus in the business. And so I wanted to give you a quick example of a client of mine. It's probably similar to some of you business owners here in the room. A company called Single Care. They started with me about 1.5 years ago. They had 19 employees and nothing in place from an HR infrastructure. We put together their payroll, technology, benefits, workers' comp, all of their compliance. In the first 3 months, they were at 65 employees, and 9 months in, they were at 175. So yes, really excited for them. They're continuing to grow. So those first 9 months were truly about how do you onboard quickly, how do you scale across multiple states, and then now that they've settled a little bit, it's let's focus on training and development, making sure that we have the correct leaders in the right places. We've probably made some bad hires along the way, so how do we get rid of them? And really just continue to grow that relationship until they're ready to sell. So that's a quick example of how we can help startups scale. And again, we want to help small business owners succeed. So the community, whether it's this type of a community or out in our community here in Atlanta, can prosper.
Don't worry, I'm sure none of y'all are the bad hires. Okay, so if you just thought that was really cool that the beer sponsors got to stand up here and talk to, I think we had 400 RSVPs. We probably got 300 people in the house tonight. But you're like, oh, I cannot spring for beer for 300 people. Don't worry, we have options for you, and they are our fantastic volunteers. In return for setting up and taking down the chairs, they get 30 seconds up here. So if you guys want to do that at a later point, that's all you have to do, set up and take down chairs. Super easy. Come talk to me, and in the meantime, let's hear it from Sherry.
Take your ticket, tear it in half, put it in the bucket, right? Okay. Hi, I'm Sherry Heil. My company is Amplified Concepts. It's a freelancer collaborative. What we do is we put together teams of freelancers for your company based on the skill set you need, but also the specialty you need, whether it's a niche specialty and so forth. It's basically an agency on demand at half the cost of an agency. We've got about 60 members in the Freelancer Collaborative right now. I am looking for more freelancers. And if you have any freelancing needs, let me know. My information's on the back. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Bobby Green. All right, sorry. Hi, everyone. My name is Bobby Green. My company is Health Check Technologies. We are a data collection company, and we specialize in collecting data on the social factors that affect health and health outcomes among low-income populations. And we take that data and we help the payers and the providers to do better in terms of health outcomes and reducing care cost. I'm looking for partners and developers. Thank you, guys.
Hello, everyone. Everybody say free. Say it one more time, free. My name is Nia Darville, and I work at a nonprofit called Perscolis. We do free tech training and certifications. Our goal is to diversify tech. So if you are interested, or if you know anyone who's interested in coding, A+, Net Plus certifications, IT fundamentals for certifications, come see me, come visit Perscolis, find out what we're about.
Hi, everyone. I'm Olivia, and I'm representing Signature Interview Prep. So are you getting ready for an interview and you don't know how to prepare for the case prep part of it? We're here to help. Signature Interview Prep is an exclusive network of coaches ready to help you ace your most difficult and selective interview processes. We have coaches who are from the top management consulting firms and have also gotten into some of the top MBA programs. So if you need our service or you know somebody who might, please come talk to us.
I just had a very excited gentleman ask me if he could help out with the chairs tonight. Unfortunately, it is too late to sign up for this month, but don't worry. We do need volunteers for next month, so please come see me or come see Hilton in the back audio booth. All right, we are getting into the main reason that everybody is here tonight. Who wants to see some startup pitches? That's what I like to hear. Give it up for our very first presenter tonight. A warm welcome for Danielle with Smart Combos.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us at Startup Village. My name is Danielle Major. I am the CEO and co-founder of Smart Combos. I'm very excited to have this conversation with you all tonight and introduce our conversational marketing and advertising platform. Brands are always throwing images at us. Through TV, radio, social media, and web, they're constantly fighting for our attention. Companies spend $50 billion a year on these display ads. You see them all the time, and I doubt you rarely click on them. And let's be honest, display ads suck. There's a million reasons we can say they suck, but let's focus on the most important reason. Display ads are a one-way street, a one-way form of communication. They're essentially wallpaper, a very expensive wallpaper. I mean, I don't think there was ever a time when you heard someone say, hey, man, I just saw this really awesome display ad today. Or even saw an ad that said, how are you doing, right? Well, hopefully that will change. By integrating AI chatbots into display ads, we are creating conversational ads, or chatbot ads, or as we call them, convo ads. This new type of ad technology creates a two-way form of communication between a brand and their customer. Therefore, not only creating or providing an experience, it's also giving the viewer an opportunity to have a voice in the advertising process where there has not been one before. So let's say you own an online shoe store. You could easily create a display ad that said 30% off shoes. But wouldn't it be better if you could make an ad that said, tell us what your perfect shoe looks like. We'll find it, and we'll give you 30% off. Doesn't that sound way better? Well, our platform, you can build an ad that does just that. What was wallpaper is now a dynamic experience that's three-dimensional and shows your brand. It engages and it listens to your customer while providing personalized answers and experiences. With our platform, you can create conversational campaigns, and within those campaigns, place channels that utilize different chatbot tools. For instance, you could put a chatbot on your website to greet and inform visitors, a conversational landing page that gets to know them better, or a conversational display ad that increases engagement by up to 87%. Our platform is very easy to use, and you don't need an AI developer or web person to help you build these. We walk you through a very simple step-by-step process. Once you've created your ad, you can take the code and place it where you want, whether it's through a DSP, JavaScript on your website, or wherever you like to place it. Like this landing page, for instance, would be more effective because it's engaging versus just having a form. People have form fear and they get scared to submit a form. But with this, it's more conversational and people will engage. With our platform, after you put your campaigns out there, you can then track them. You can see conversations from every conversation that's happened, and you can see all the data and use those for your marketing and advertising needs. In order to use our platform, there's a monthly subscription. You pay every month to keep the conversations going and the AI chats going and the conversations flowing. We also take a percentage of your ad budget or charge a CPM. We have a very good market opportunity here as the yearly display ad spend is around $56 billion. Compared to our competition, we have a very unique value proposition. We allow this to be self-serviced and used easily, and we are also more affordable compared to higher end like IBM Watson, Adlingo, and Automat. We have a very good experienced and strategic team with Daniel Major as our CTO, myself as CEO, and Amanda Beeker as our COO. We have a combined 30 years of experience of business development, programming, and sales. We also have a great support team between here at Atlanta Tech Village and ATDC. We're currently seeking a seed round fund of $350,000 for 1 year's operation. We've just released our first full 1.0 and are ready to bring on new customers. So let's start a conversation. If you'd like to create a new conversational campaign today, go to signup.smartcombos.com and get the conversation starting. Thank you. Questions?
Yeah, don't worry, it's soft. It may take two people if somebody's all the way in the back, so if you see somebody who needs the catch box, please share it and help it along.
Just talking, okay. All right, that'll work. Okay, cool. All righty then. Okay, so at this point in your development, how would you describe your ideal customer? Who would be your ideal first customer you want to go after?
Great question. Right now we're focused on CMOs. CMOs of medium and large businesses. They feel the most pain in the return on investment of advertising, especially with display. So it's something that they can bring this platform to their team and allow them to start integrating conversation and increasing engagement via website, chatbot, however they want to use it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As long as whoever has the microphone keeps it concise and speaks clearly into it, we will not make them repeat the question.
I was going to do that. I was like, it was so clear.
No, it was good.
You
So
know
if you say it and it's short and clear and concise, no pressure, we won't make them repeat the question.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
How did you? how did you find the pricing methodology? Did you use any methodology to identify this much pricing I should be giving for the subscriptions? How did you analyze that?
Sure. So he asked about how we came up with our pricing model.
Yes.
Sure. We went through a couple different trials and tribulations for that. For the most part, we want our platform to be in the hands of as many people as possible. And we wanted to make it as easy to use so any entrepreneur or marketing agent can use it. For the most part, our basic platform is free. It's just limited in the amount of campaigns and channels you can run. So we charge by almost like features. So the more you want to use, the more features you want to unlock, you pay more to keep the bots going, because AI is not cheap.
Yeah. Thank you.
Did that answer your question?
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? We got somebody way in the back there, really eager.
I like the teamwork.
Oh!
Please do not hit any of the AV equipment.
Note to Allie, make sure.
Shallow throws, y'all. Shallow
Gotta watch that
throws.
We'll make it like a concert volleyball, beach ball kind of deal.
We're testing this out.
Go ahead.
How are you going to get these conversations in front of potential customers? Like, where are these going to be displayed? I know you said you can put it on your own website, but if your goal is to reach new people, where are you going to put these?
Right. So, okay, that's an interesting question. So you're asking, like, how do we get the conversations in front of people?
Yeah, like, are they going to integrate with, like, Facebook ads to where you can
Right.
can do this kind of display right in the stream, or
Right.
other
So, like-
advertising models?
Right. So the conversational ads, so those display ads, you can take a third-party JavaScript tag, and put that into an ad network, like a DSP, like Trade Desk, whatever. So you can actually create the ad yourself, turn it into a tag, and then send it out to the 500,000 different websites it could appear on. So you're more or less bringing the conversation to them versus them coming to it. Does that make sense in a
So
way?
it'll integrate with most ad partners out of the
Right.
box.
As long as they take a third-party ad tag, the conversational ads do. And in the social media aspect, the conversational landing pages. So if you have a very powerful social media presence, you could say, use AI to whatever personalized thing you want to do. You send them to a conversational landing page. It gets to know them better and then gives them personalized results and actions.
Okay, thank you. Right here.
Did you build the AI for the chatbot yourself or in-house?
Sure. We use Google Dialogflow as the natural language processor, and our own proprietary code to build structured conversations, along with Node.js and AWS and other stuff. Question? He's got one. She's got one.
With the marketing software space being so crowded and even conversational marketing starting to pick up, what is your marketing strategy to get all those companies?
That's a good question. So compared to some of our other competition, I guess you could say, they hit on little parts of kind of the conversational market, I guess you can call. We're the only self-service platform that allows you to use multiple uses of chatbots in that sense of using conversation to increase engagement versus just trying things. But in that market of bringing it to marketers, we're just kind of letting them try it for free to see how much better that it does perform. Like, for instance, our conversational landing pages, they usually end up having a 16 to 20% bounce rate versus your typical landing page, which is anywhere from 70 to 80. Okay? Good?
Thank you very much. All right. As you know, I dislike throwing swag. I'm bad at it. None of you guys enjoy this. So for anybody who put in half a ticket into the raffle, we're going to raffle off the swag instead. So get your raffle tickets out. I know, this is much more exciting than me throwing things at your head, I promise. All right, so my first two items. Ooh, all right. I have a pair of socks. I know we're inspecting everything under here. Hilton, next time can I have a basket so it doesn't look like I'm rummaging under this stage? All right, I have a pair of ATV socks. And a lovely Praxis shirt. So, all right, for the socks, the number that I have is 823-283. Anyone? Anyone? Must be present to win? All right, fantastic. Socks, sir. Thank you for, dude, nobody wants me to throw this. You don't really. Thank you. It's bad, it's short, it hits people in the head. All right, and for the Praxis shirt, I have 823295. Oh, winner. All right. Saw a hand over here. Yes, ma'am. Thank you guys for playing. Don't worry, there will be more time in between the next round of pitches. But in between, we're going to let our next presenter go. So let's have a round of applause for Underground App.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm going to start off with a short commercial here, so point your eyes to the screen.
Exposure? Looking to expand your fan base? Well, do we have a solution for you? Welcome to Underground App. Underground App is a social media platform that connects fans with undiscovered artists using AI. Now bands no longer need to search for new fans. We bring the fans to the artist. How do we do this? By matching the artist with the fan using a special algorithm. So when a fan goes underground, they will only see posts from artists that best match their preference. Artists can also connect with fans by posting about upcoming performances. When a fan attends that performance and opens Underground, they'll see that artist's profile, social media handles, and any material they're performing. Our recommendation reel allows fans to view artists in their area. If the fan changes location, the artists in the reel also changes, allowing the fan to discover new artists wherever they are. Grow your fans and discover new artists on the only social media platform built from the ground up for the undiscovered. Go to underground.app for more information.
My name is Harold Alexander, and I'm CEO and founder of Underground App. Underground App is a social media platform where we connect fans with undiscovered artists using AI. To put it simply, we're going to find every single undiscovered artist on the planet and put them in one spot so you can be found. So what I'm going to basically do is give you a little demo of our app and kind of show you how we're going to do this. Let me open this up here. So as you can see here, this is our feed. This is what the feed will look like. It's a very similar social media feed, but we have some specific differences in our feed. One of the things that's different in our feed is that only artists can post. Unlike normal social media platform where everybody can post, only artists can post on our feed. This keeps it cleaner and let the artists get their name out. Another thing that you should notice about our feed is that it's color-coded. You'll see that each post has its own different color. Well, that signifies what type of post it is. Like, for an example, the red represents film. So if it's a filmmaker and they're posting about a film they're trying to produce, it will be in red. If you're music, you'll be able to see it because it's in yellow, and the blue is for the comedians. And you'll also see, because it'll give you a lot quicker glimpse of how the feed works by just having it color-coded. At the bottom of each post, you'll see we have the normal comments. We'll have a rate feature. Now, our rate feature is a little cool because what happens is that for artists who wants to get a rating for a particular project, whether it's a song or a music or even a comedy joke that they're trying to produce, they can post it and they can turn on the rating. The rating isn't actually turned on automatically. So what will happen is they turn on the rating and then they can look behind the scene and see a real-time information as artists rate their performances. They give a 1 to a 5-star rating, and they can also read the comments in there. Another thing we have is a dope. We're an underground software, so we got to have something dope, right? So we have a dope feature here. The dope feature is actually really cool because unlike the like button that's in a lot of other social media, the dope actually gives you credit. So the more dopes artists get, the higher they move up. So for an example, if your artist got 100 dopes, they'll also be able to be on our recommendation reel, which is seen by a lot of other artists and a lot of other fans that are coming in the area. So that's pretty much our basic profile on how it basically works. The recommendation reel, it changes every time you move to a different location. So you'll be able to see new artists and new material wherever you go. I got a couple of announcements I want to make, so I'm going to end the demo right there, and I'm going to go in and we have a couple of announcements that I want to get to. And one of the announcements is that we are looking for artists. So if you are an undiscovered artist and you are in the film, comedy, spoken word, or music, please go to our website, underground.app, for more information, and please register. We're trying to get 100 artists. The first 100 artists that sign up will get access to our free live feature. And that live feature is going to change the game as far as live entertainment, because basically what will happen is artists on stage have to announce their social media handle after every single concert, after every single event. It's a rite of passage now. With our live feature, they don't have to do that. They can post information to our feed, and then if a fan is in the crowd, all they got to do is open up the app. Without even knowing that artist's name, they'll see that artist's profile, all their social media handles, and any material that they're performing. So again, they don't even have to know the artist's name in order to do that. So we're looking for artists. Please go there and check that out. And one other quick thing, we have a casting call. We're shooting a commercial, and we need a female keyboardist and another female millennial. So if you want to be in our commercial when we launch, please see me afterwards. Thank you. Sorry I went over. I'll take any questions that are not really complicated.
I got one right here.
Okay.
I saved her. Hey, how you doing, Harold? Good. I got a question for you. Are you looking for any type of funding for this?
Yes. Actually, I need $15 for people parking. If anybody want to hook me up with that. No, I'm just playing. Yes, I am looking for an investor. We're looking for $100,000 initial seed investment to get it off the ground. We've actually got artists signing up pretty regularly. But we need some investment in order to kind of keep it going. I'm doing everything, financing everything. So an investment would be really cool. So yes.
Okay.
But that $15 would help too.
So I see the dope button. That's really cool. But what if I go to an area where that artist is really dope, but I don't like that artist? I want to see somebody else. How are you going to, combat that?
Well, the feed and the recommendation reel changes. So as more and more artists comes up, you don't have to do dope if you don't want to. You can just kind of bypass them. But as you move to different areas and more artists sign up, you'll start seeing the recommendation reel change. So if you see an artist, if you have a bunch of artists and you don't like them, then you can either wait, a day, and then another group of artists will appear, or you can actually move to another location and then, find an artist. Because the reel is set based on your location. So if you set your reel to where you want to say, I only want to see artists with a 20-mile radius of me, you'll only see artists in a 20-mile radius of you. So, and if you go 20 miles out, your group will change. So it'll be based on that. So you'll get different artists as you move along. There's somebody in the back there.
Okay, so we'll try this.
There you
go. My question is, why would the artists come on your portal and not be on like Spotify or any of the other streaming portals that they have right now, where there's a lot more people on there? And as a user, why would I come here, just to know the artist, or am I trying to buy concert tickets, or what exactly is your user coming to do on your portal?
That's a great question. Well, first of all, we're not a streaming site. Okay. We're a social media site. So that's the difference between us and a Spotify or SoundCloud. So we did a couple of studies, and we found out that most people discover artists after they read about or hear about them first. So I think 20 to 25% of the people actually hear or read about an artist on the social media, and then they go and listen to them. So that's one of the reasons why we need a platform like this, because most people don't listen to a lot of newer artists on their on a streaming service. They listen to artists that they know. So newer artists are having a hard time getting that service. Your other question was the fans getting on the platform. We have a feature called Director, which is, I didn't have enough time to get into, but I promise you, if you go to underground.app and look up Directors at the very bottom, that's our secret sauce. That's what fans will come on to see. And basically, to give you an idea of what it is, I hope y'all don't run over, is it's our way to stream live. It kind of takes away, live streaming now is completely antiquated. So what we're doing is that we're allowing you to stream through other people's smartphones. So here's how it basically works. So if you're at a concert and you're all the way in the back and you're recording that concert, if somebody else is in a concert and they're at the front stage, you'll see their stream as a thumbnail on your stream. So if there are 10 people streaming, you'll have 10 different thumbnails. So you can hop from phone to phone and view that artist from different angles. You can actually hop to a drone and do the drone view. And every time you hop to a different angle, you're recording that. No one else is doing that. We're putting a patent on that. So that's what we're going to use to get the fans on to see the artist. Yes.
Okay, let's see if I can not yell. So I was just wondering what happens when an undiscovered artist becomes discovered?
Good question. They have to get off our platform.
Oh, so mean.
I'm sorry. That was I get a lot of pushback on that. But the whole purpose of this is to get artists discovered. We don't have any signed artists. We're not going to have any major platform on our system. So it is strictly for undiscovered. So once you become signed, we have a terms of service. So once you get signed, you have to get off.
All right, you can grab them after for more questions. Thank you very much. We're gonna do some more drawing here. Okay, I have a fantastic ATV shirt this time. And then I have a book, Forward Tilt by Isaac Morehouse, an almanac for personal growth. All right, so t-shirt first is going to 823-304. Anyone? Must be present to win. All right. Good job. Good job, Cortland. Oh, yes. He seemed very... No, he was right. All right. He was short-sighted, but it works. Okay. And then I have a book, and it is 823-245. Oh, I got a hand in the back. All right. Thank you very much for playing. Don't worry, there are more prizes. You really don't want me to throw this at you. You can keep it. Thank you so much. All right. So we are now on to our third presenter. Give a warm welcome for Wild Noodle. This is where you applaud.
Thank you, guys. We are very glad to be here, and we are one of those last-minute guys who jumped in, so please excuse us if there's some mistake. My name is Squadron Leader Ajay Paranspe. I was in the Indian Air Force, and I quit the Air Force to start a software company of my own, and we work for companies like Microsoft. And on stage with me is Shubhada Paranspe. She's my wife.
Hello there.
And as you can guess, I'm very lucky. I just have one boss, both in the office and at home. And by the way, it's our wedding anniversary today, so we can take one. Thank you. And though we come from Pune, India, that's a place near Mumbai, we are connected with Atlanta because of my son, who's working here in Atlanta. So we are connected with Atlanta, and we are very happy to be here. I have not made any presentation. I would like to show the product that we are here to showcase. This particular product is primarily to help select good developers. So I'll touch in brief what we think a good developer is. So I think most of us here are developers. So, excuse me. So primarily what we think is that developers really write code to tell the machine what to do, what are the repeated actions and how the machine should do it. So it's not just writing the code, but how well you write the code so that the machine executes things efficiently. And the second thing is, as in the rapid way software changes, the syntax changes. So how can does the developer have the ability to quickly pick up the new syntax? How good is he at it? In short, this is what we think are two ways that we can identify smart developers. Apart from this product can also be used for teaching programming, which is the in thing today. A lot of companies are trying to bring up smart developers. So this product can not only be used for selection or identifying developers, it can also be used for training and bringing up good developers. So I will quickly give you a demo of this product. So essentially what it does is, what you're seeing on the screen here is a grid, and you could look at this as a top view of a robo. And we write program in this area by which the robo moves on this grid. So the first thing to note here is that this has its own little syntax. So even if you don't know C#, you don't know Java or whatever, essentially it doesn't need you to know that. So we give the candidate about 15 or 20 minutes of training where he can practice. So as you can imagine, this essentially checks how quickly a developer is able to pick up the new syntax and concepts. Once he learns that, then he writes the code over here. So we've kept the syntax for this very simple. The goal here is that I'll quickly show you this particular product has got levels. So I'll explain quickly the how this works. So the robo is right in the center of the grid, and you have got a wall over here, and this is the green button. So the goal here is that the robo has to be programmed to move and touch the green button here. And how the scoring works is that you get points for every green button that the robo goes over. And of course, the robo cannot go through these walls. So it's like a restriction. Some of the levels ahead have red buttons and green ones. So I'm just going through the various levels. So this is a pretty interesting grid here. So the robo is here now in the corner, and the program you would write essentially has to make the robo go over the green buttons, but not touch the red ones. So if the robo goes over the red button, you get negative points. So this is primarily how the program works. And the more interesting part of this is that the program that you write, it measures the amount of bytes that your program has consumed. So the challenge really is not just write the code to make the robo move, but also do it in the bytes which are less than the maximum given for each level here. So how the score works really is that you get bonus points if your program is optimized or shortened as much as possible to do this. So I guess you guys got the idea of what the product is, and I welcome any questions that you may have.
Going over your head.
God, I was always bad at gym. Okay. Hi, Kayla Thomas. Actually a junior developer myself. Drop me a line. I'm looking to get hired. I graduate next month. Thank you very much. It's been a hard year. But I'm actually very curious as to what level of developer that this is meant to be assessing, if you have different levels towards junior developers, mid-level developers, or senior developers, or if this is just kind of an all-encompassing test.
Okay, it's a good question. Primarily, this checks for the basic, how intelligent he is. I will call it as a programming aptitude, if you may, because there's so many ways you say a guy is smart, but he could be smart in speaking, he could be. This one tests particularly the programming aptitude. So even if a guy is experienced, you can call him in and check, is he just somebody who's learned the language, or is he able to think and program?
Okay.
So yeah, it would test all levels.
And there are levels which will go from basic to medium, and then it becomes difficult. And we also give the test for the company if they want basic text or medium level or difficult level.
By the way, you can even design your own levels here.
Yes.
So you can
it
add
has a
levels.
level designer as well.
Yeah.
So I guess the question is this for employers to use to vet new developers, or are you developing like a repository for developers to then parse out to people as they need them? Which What's your basic model for?
Okay, so primarily it is targeted to recruiters who can recruit developers. So we don't have any repository as such. So there's no element of having a database of people. But what we do is the recruiters sign up for this, and then they can maintain their own records over there. So yeah, they would get the scores from this.
And another interesting thing is like if the company wants to have their own competitions for their employees, like fun competitions, Halloween competitions, so the companies can create levels and hold such competitions as well.
Yeah, believe me, it's so interesting that it's tough for us to have our QA get off. They are just stuck to the programming while testing it. Any more questions, please?
What does your revenue model look like? How do you make money?
So this revenue model is purely, right now we are focusing on getting more companies signing up on this platform.
You could visit our website, wildnoodle.com. We'll be going around.
Can you say that again?
Wildnoodle.com, and this also, like, there are tutorial levels and some free levels as well. While we are speaking, you can even check on your phone and play, but do pay attention to other.
Sure. Pass that down.
Okay. So, yeah, please.
Okay, my question was, obviously this tests for technical competency of the developer. How do you account for the creativity of the developer?
Okay, so I think primarily this tests more for the creativity, because what happens is that, as you can see on the grid here, it's very easy to write. The syntax is simple. You just say S is straight, L is left, and R is right. So the syntax is very simple. But his competency is really checked when he's able to optimize the program. So how efficiently can he write loops? Can he write programs? So it really eliminates whether you know Java and how well you know the syntax. It's really how you put that tool into use to optimize. So the optimization is essentially checking the smartness of the developer. I hope I could answer your question.
And is it more inclined towards certain languages, programming languages?
Not at all. As I said, this has its own syntax.
It's like a human. I just walk straight, left, right, that's it.
Yeah, the syntax is very simple. Yeah. And by the way, we can write loops in this, so I couldn't demonstrate that here. So it's really where you write the loops, you come to know how good or smart a developer is. So any more questions?
All right, round of applause.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
As they mentioned, they jumped on the Meetup app this afternoon when I said, hey, we're short a presenter. And they were like, we know we're from India and so not Atlanta, but our son is there and we're already going to be there. Can that count? And I was like, sure, okay. So this just goes to show that you should, again, follow Twitter and Meetup. Additionally, okay, I have this pretty, yes, I have a pretty shirt. This one says Atlanta. And I also have one more pair of socks. Now, these socks are actually going to go to a specific person. Hunter Maxwell, are you here? Hunter? Hunter hitchhiked 230 miles from Florida today. Today alone. I'm sorry, a total of 800 miles that he hitchhiked to get here. You get some socks. So, yeah, see, I like to reward people who get here. Okay, so for the Atlanta shirt, number is 823-302. Anyone? Anyone? All right, moving on. Okay, 823-111. Oh, and she's been so excited the whole time. Fantastic. All right. Thank you guys all very much. Our next presenter also is one of our last minute presenters at 3 o'clock today. And Ashley was like, hey, I have a startup. Can I pitch it? And I was like, uh-huh. So keep an eye out on Twitter and Meetup when people back out. You will get up there even if you don't fit all of our criteria normally. So warm round of applause for my Totem.
Thank you, everyone. My name is Ashley Richardson, and I am co-founder and CEO of Totem. Totem is a visual content company that allows for seamless visual content creation for businesses and personal brands. We use AI to be able to automate that content for all of your marketing and advertising needs. I'm not sure. Live demo.
Keep going, keep going.
Okay. Can you see? Okay, malfunction. So, a little about me. I graduated from Georgia State University with a BS in economics and a minor in entrepreneurship. I've always been a very crafty person. I've loved visuals. I was in a few organizations in college where I could do media production, design, and I really found out that this was a business when my friends pulled me to the side and was like, hey, Ashley, you're really good at this. Can you do this for me on the side? So eventually, it got to the point where I was skipping class to be able to fulfill all of these businesses' needs. I was making tons of money from it, and it inspired the idea for Totem. Yes. So basically, we started off as a visual content creation company. We are more so manual. We did like commercials, advertisement, photos for small businesses, and we streamlined those processes to be able to make them more affordable for them. But we've gotten to a point where it was hard to scale, and we decided to be able to fulfill a bigger need, we would go ahead and switch to tech. Now, there are a few development companies out there for visual marketing content, so I decided to be able to build a platform that combined it all. I had the problem as a small business starting up, just doing the manual content creation for a year, that it was scattered all over the place. My visuals were one place in my Google Docs. I created emails on another platform. I created my website on another platform, and I decided that was way too much. I need to be able to create one place where I can do it all and manage it all. So that's where Totem came in. So our vision is to be able to automatically redesign user content. Eventually, the AI will become so sophisticated where this will be an automated process. But for now, we are really working towards our mission to allow everyone, regardless of expertise or budget, to seamlessly create effective content. So we switched to tech at the beginning of this year in January, and so far, we already have a beta for our product. So you can check it out at www.mytotem.com. Once you sign up, this is exactly where you land. So basically, you answer a few questions, and it creates a visual aesthetic based off of your audience or your personality. So you can switch between a personal mode or a business mode. On this page, it will be able to provide you with your brand checklist. First, you come up with your aesthetic, then your logo, then your web design, your marketing, and it will fulfill your color matches right here. Then comes branding. So we've done a lot of research on the back end to be able to figure out what colors are mostly used in your industry. And then once you pick your matches, we're able to go on these third-party companies' sites and pull your same visual aesthetic and combine it and attach it straight to your profile. So now you're able to access photos, logos, and websites all from one profile and be able to manage all of your content in one place. So these are clickable. They download straight to your desktop. And then the things like websites, you can go and click on it, and it brings you straight to another platform so that you can look at the template, edit it, and figure out if you like it for your company. Now, my favorite part is the tools section. So basically, we combined all of the tools that you use for your development, photography, videography, animations, logos, websites, and we combined it all in one spot. And not only did we put it in one spot, but we did the research for you as far as pricing, as far as if these companies offered free trials, and you can access all of these through these buttons. So it's way more accessible, way more easy. Also, you're able to look through recommendations. So we've attached ways so that you could create your marketing content, blogs so that you can research it, and so on and so forth. We've also slimmed it down by industry. So we would love for you to try out our beta and let me know what you think. And we've attached insights as well so that you could leave comments and how you feel about your matches so that we can continue to improve it. So it didn't hurt that our market was so large as well. Everyone's trying to get online right now. And if you do not have an online presence, now is the time to create one. 98% of age 18 to 29-year-olds are online, and I'll go ahead and finish up. 3 billion active social media users, 70 million of those users are also on Facebook, 25 million on Instagram. Our growth charts are through the roof, and I feel that it's very important for everyone to have their own personal brand because you are Me Incorporated. To be in business today, our most important job is to be the head marketer for the brand called You. Thank you. Thank you. Questions? Yes?
Wait, who has one first? Oh, okay. I was like, oh, figured you were behind me there.
Hi.
Hi, great job. A couple of questions about sort of where you are in terms of taking this live, because I'm on your beta and it looks great. So what's holding you back? Funding-wise, yeah.
So a lot of the companies that we're currently using, they have a lot of active users. So we do predict that the platform will be something that's very popular. So we did want to get some investors involved, get some type of advertisement around the platform before fully launching it. And then we expect for us to really invest a lot into research after that. So we would need some type of funding so that we can keep up with the demand. So right now we're looking for 1 million. Yes. Yes.
I'll just walk over there. Hello?
Hi.
So my question has to do with, I mean, there's a lot of, content aggregators already in the space, like Canva, other companies such as marketing automation platforms like MailChimp and such are kind of trying to put all your stuff in one place. What is your strategy behind differentiating yourself and creating a competitive moat behind what you're doing so that even if these big players go into the space, you kind of have your unique angle or edge or niche or whatever it might be?
Okay, so actually right now, the thing that other companies aren't doing are advertising other companies and resources on their platform. So they're really limiting the customer, even though, you might love MailChimp for email marketing, but you might love Canva for flyers. Through our platform, you can access it all without having to limit yourself to one specific brand. So how we decided to get to the forefront of that was basically to start from the idea, to start from something as simple as colors, font design, something that you can apply to all of these companies, and then eventually we'll form relationships so that we'll have integrations and you can access them all through our platform.
Thank you.
Yes? Hi.
Hello. Yes, I was wanting to know how do you integrate some of these other companies and like for Wix for example, like how do you integrate? Is there an API? You use APIs? Are you partnered with them? Like, is there something that's different for you with them? Like a partnership is really what I'm looking for, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, so right now we're using APIs, but eventually we would like to form partnerships so that it's more flexible on what you can go in and change. So eventually we're thinking that it will be something as simple as, just applying your color. Say you wanted to rebrand your company and you picked a different color for it. You wouldn't have to sign on to each individual platform. You could just go and apply that on My Totem. But eventually, you'll be able to access your Wix account from My Totem platform and so on and so forth. But right now, we're just working with very limited integrations.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Hi.
So what has the customer discovery for this been like? Could you tell us more about how this is a pain in the industry?
Oh, yeah. So small businesses have a tight budget and they have very little time. And so even if they do have a budget, they usually outsource to like branding agencies or they hire in a graphic designer. But a lot of the times, CEOs, more of the executives, they don't know much about marketing. And what we're trying to do is really show them that it's not as hard as they think it is, and they can really, take over their marketing by themselves. So during that first year, we've had a lot of time to really, talk to our customers, discover their needs, and of course, I was a small business owner as well, so I understood. So yeah, we kind of reassured the plan just by talking to customers.
All right. Thank you, Ashley. Can we just talk about the fact that these are some prepared people for like 3 hours of notice? Ashley was like, I have a whole deck. Okay. All right. Moving on. I have 2 more pieces of swag. I have another Praxis shirt, so if you missed out last time, don't worry, we've got you covered. And then I have a pretty fantastic ATV hat. All right, hat first. Okay. 823-342. Our hitchhiker is extra lucky tonight. Tell me what brought you, I didn't think this through, we should have done your prize at the end. Tell me what brought you 800 miles hitchhiking here.
I'm doing a nationwide tech tour, so I'm going to all the tech meetups across the country, and most of them are in big cities. So, Atlanta was obviously one of those.
Awesome.
All that on Tech Dedicated.
Tech dedicated? Tech dedicated. All right. Thank you so much, Hunter. Okay. Don't worry. I have a hidden prize. Okay. So, t-shirt 823012. Anyone? 012. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. And then just because I gave away 2 things to one person, we're going to give away the ATV Frisbee. You know you want it. Okay. And our last drawing of the night, 823325. Oh! You're so happy. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for playing along. This is much better than me throwing random things at your head. Don't worry. All right. Our last pitch of the night. Can I get one more warm round of applause for OneUpIt?
Thank you all for being here and bringing the energy that you did. I'm the last guy up here, and happy to follow these lovely companies who presented before me. So let's round it out tonight. We are OneUpIt. We are gamifying social media. My name is Tanveer Chandok, and I'm the founder of OneUpIt. It all starts with this cute, I don't even have to ask you guys. Normally I'm like, can I get an aw for the little pop-pop? You guys already awed. All right, this is a very cute puppy, right? And what do we do when we see a very cute puppy? We get onto social media. We get on platforms like Instagram, where we actively post a puppy photograph. We get a bunch of likes, and it feels really good for some time. Or we get onto Snapchat, tap, 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 but then add, tap, tap, tap. Or we post on Facebook, and our parents get on and tell us that it's very cool. And you're like, Mom, get off my Facebook account, please. Social media has been very good for us so far, but there's a little bit missing. So we decided, let's create a challenge called #PuppyLove, right? And let's see who's got the best photograph or video for this particular hashtag. So everybody crowdsources and responds back with their own puppy photographs or whatever they interpret puppy love as. It doesn't have to be a dog. A lot of girlfriends and boyfriends are on this hashtag. So what happens is that our community then comes together and decides who gets to win this hashtag. In this case, since it's my presentation, I win, right? All right. So what we do is we gamify the social experience. We want to democratize user content creation. We want to empower users to actively engage with one another. And we have 0 ads. It's all about you and me, normal users on normal platforms. So we want to flip the social equation on its head. What do we mean by that? The way social media currently works is that you have to actively decide what you want to post and what you hope people will like. Instead, what we do is we release one hashtag every day at 7 p.m. That hashtag is a curated theme. It goes out to our community, and the hashtag is live for a few days, 1, 3, or 7. And people respond by one-upping with a photo or 17-second video. What you do is there's no likes, there's no comments, there's no follower count, no politics, no bullying, and no beep beep, right? But you give a medal to your favorite post. You have one chance to give a medal. You give your stamp of approval and say, this is the best post for this particular hashtag. Whoever has the most number of medals wins that hashtag. You get bragging rights for a year, and you get OneUpIt points. We don't repeat hashtags for 1 year. So in the next time it comes about, you're the top contender, and everybody else is trying to create content to one-up you. So whether you're a creator or a reactor, we built this for you. So if you see, when I mentioned the OneUpIt score, this is my OneUpIt score. This is a screenshot. It's not a real screenshot. This is not my score. I have a creation score and a reaction score. So whether you're creating content or reacting to great content, we reward you equally. So somebody who doesn't post anything on our platform, but always picks the right winner and gives their stamp of approval to somebody who does win, they get an equal number of points as somebody who's creating great content. So let's take a step back. Why are we doing this? Very visually, we can see over here, normal users are sidelined on current existing social media networks because it's mostly pay to play. And the big brands and major influencers are the ones who get the share of video space and screen space. What we do is we build a viral loop between normal people who are creating content and reacting to content, and we put our commercial partners outside of that loop. Social media needs a major update. Currently, lack of interest, privacy concerns, and ads are driving people away. What people really want are specific platforms to cater to specific needs. Social connections on Facebook, your best stuff on Instagram, video creativity on TikTok, and your content that you create on an everyday basis on OneUpIt. We've launched our public beta across Bangalore campuses where our development is currently taking place. We have 7 active colleges, 11 ambassadors, 19 reps, 1,500 plus beta testers. That's just in the last 2 months. Our target is to be at 50 college campuses by the end of the year, and none of these reps or ambassadors are paid. They come on to join our platform, to join our brand and our team. So we have no ads. We add value to brands. Eventually, what we're going to do is introduce a pay-to-feature a hashtag feature on the platform, which allows brands to engage directly with their customers, gather high-quality user-generated content, and then we provide contextual analytics to those brands. So imagine hashtag summer fashion featured by brand XYZ. So we're currently raising $250,000 to fund our growth, launch our iOS product, and also geofence hashtags to particular regions of the world. That's OneUpIt. I have 30 seconds to quickly show you what it looks like live. 31 seconds. Here we go. So this is the Android version, which is currently live. iOS, if you want to download the beta, you go to our website, oneup.it, and you can download the iOS beta through test flight. So we have a hashtag live currently called hashtag village selfie. 1 second. There we go. All right. So I took part, so I hit the red button. That allows me to take part. Let's do this live. All right, take a photo. Everybody get in here, as many people as can. Here we go. Boom. All right. Now I'm going to take part. Okay, it's going to ask me, just real quick, does it look great or is it, yeah, it looks great. I can add a caption. I can add a caption if I'd like, and I hit the fab at the bottom, and I see done. Oh, liking your experience. Oh, sure. Oh, I should not have hit that. Okay. Sorry. Okay. That was, I love it, so, you know, it just happens. Okay. So, thank you. That's what the social feed looks like. These are hashtags that are currently live, so you can get on the platform and take part. Hashtag night out, village selfie, binge watch. Love is love is a really nice one that we have currently going on. This user is currently winning with another puppy photograph. Dog people love our platform. So yeah, so that's what's going on right now. And if you want to check it out, download on Android and give us a shout out. Any questions? Sure.
Hi, this is Seb. My first question is about, is this app free for users?
Absolutely.
Okay, the next question would be how you guys make money if it's free and you guys don't have any ad in your platform.
We decided on day one not to have ads, so we had to think a little more creatively, about how we're going to add value to brands. We love brands, and brands love users. So we build a bridge. So imagine right now, oh, this is not updating. Here we go. So imagine, let's go to hashtag Wildside, sponsored by Red Bull, right? So show us your Wildside featured by Red Bull. So all the content created for this particular hashtag is sub-licensed to the brand. So we create a media subcom and sublicense, and we allow them to use that user-generated content legally for a period of 90 days. So that's what they compensate us for per use. And we also do hyper-local contextual analytics, which means that, okay, in each of these particular posts, right, who is taking part, what's in the content, what is the color of the shirt somebody is wearing, anything that they want, any data that's been driven out of that, they pay us per data point that we generate for them. And this is not actively live. We have worked with brand partners before. Last year and this year, we've done 3 events so far. So we're doing it pro bono, trying to test out our pricing strategy, and eventually it'll be a monthly subscription. For a brand to come on board, they get like 1 hashtag if they pay us $100 a month. If they want like 10 custom hashtags, geo-fenced. So I want to run something in London versus something in New Delhi. I'm Nike, I want to do hashtag my morning run. They'd compensate us for that geolocation that they are fencing off where the hashtag is live.
Thank you.
Thanks for asking that question. All right, I think right here.
What is your plan to get on the 50 college campuses? Like, what is your marketing strategy?
Yeah, so we work right now. So we've also launched, 2 years ago, we launched at Auburn University in Alabama. Right, so we wanted to test the US market. We're a US company. We just have all of our development in India, where I am currently located as well as the lead designer. So while we're in India, it's very, very cheap to get onto college campuses there because not a lot of companies are coming forward and giving students real opportunities. Like in the US, we're kind of spoiled over here with internships and part-time roles and part-time employment. But we go there and we're like, listen, you can actually do real work for us and you can put that on your resume. Kids love that. And what we also do is a skills development training program directly with the university. So any ambassador or rep gets on a call with us every 2 weeks, and we teach them about pitching, fundraising, startup, or whatever. Our mentors, me, our team, developers, we help these students out. So that gets us on the college campuses. On the college campus, we have 1 ambassador, and they have 5 reps. And they have a OneUpIt score each. So the more users they get on board of the platform, that OneUpIt score of the referrals that they're getting, that gets added up to their own referral. And then at the end of every month, we reward the best ambassador, best rep, and best college campus. So that's how we want to expand out. Yep. In the back. 5 minutes is a really long time.
Since you don't have any other streams of revenue, how many companies or brands do you need in order to build a sustainable business, like per month or year or whatever?
That's a great question. We're figuring out stuff as we go along. We don't want to be a marketing platform. We're a social community first and foremost. So when I tell you right now that, oh, this is what we're doing for our revenue strategy, this is not the be-all, end-all, right? One thing that I can promise, we'll never have ads. Now, beyond that, how we're using our data, we put data privacy for the user first. So as a user, you choose with a brand whether you can share your data or not, right? So if it's a branded whatever hashtag, then, and if there is a real-world experience that is associated with winning that hashtag, you as a user can decide whether to turn that on or turn that off. So what that means is we want to work with a select number of brands and have highly curated experiences. Now, let me put something out there on video, right? What I want to do, and if anyone can connect me to Red Bull or Nike or Coca-Cola, right, or Fender Guitar or Betty Crocker, right, what we want to do is imagine you do hashtag My Morning Run by Nike, and the winner gets flown out to New York City and gets to design a custom one-of-one shoe that they're the only people on earth who own. And that's what you get out of OneUpIt, because you won a hashtag that everybody else voted for you. So that's the kind of curated experience we want to have with a limited number of companies.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, if you had questions for our fantastic presenters that they didn't get to, they will be up here for about 15 minutes after. If you have questions for our fantastic volunteers, they will be in the back. If you want to volunteer, you should see Hilton in the sound booth. If you want to present, you should see me. And otherwise, can we do one more warm round of applause for our presenters tonight? Thank you all for coming out.
I'm gonna get this back.
This speech is my